Pete Santulli's love for music runs deep and has been a passion that shaped his youth and inspired a band long forgotten to the internet. Today we uncover his journey and explore what kept him strumming despite all odds.
Music started with me as far as I can remember. I didn't really start playing an instrument until I was like 19 or 20, until I could afford to go buy one myself. But up until that time, I thought I was going to be the singer, right? So I wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote. I would say I started writing in high school, trying to be the writer of a band, and then I knew I had to pick up an instrument if I wanted to learn how to write music.
I remember from the beginning with him, he always loved to sing. He would re-record music. I mean, this was way back when you had cassette players and microphones, and he would just sing into them and then record over the top of them if he didn't like it. So there was always something going on for him when it came for music.
At this point, I was in my mid-20s, almost 30, and I thought, it's now or never, right? So Shane and I were living together at the time, and we were always going to play together. And at that point, he was playing drums, so I was like, all right, let's do this. You're a drummer, I'm a guitar player, I'll start singing songs. He and I built like a little room down in his basement so we could jam. Well, the guy next door, Josh, he was a cool dude. He was hanging out and he liked it, so I wound up just teaching him how to play bass. There was no sound I think I was going for. I was just trying to get a bunch of guys together to play some cool music and get the music that's in my head out.
This was the turning point that formed Nudge. Although he went on to play with other bands, Pete's deepest rooted love for performance and expression was remembered most through the local praise he obtained with his closest friends by his side.
And the hype machine that he was inviting everybody around campus. Hey, come see my show, come see my show.
I've known him for almost 40 years. I think I did see one or two Nudge shows. Nudge had a pretty good following because they were playing a lot of live shows. I only saw a couple, and I was very, very shocked at how they were able to draw a crowd and own the stage. It was a good live show. It really was.
Things started happening with everybody's lives at this point. People started getting older, people started having kids, stuff like that. People weren't showing up to practice anymore and stuff like that. And for me, music has always been my first love, and it's the first thing. When I don't see other people who have that same passion, it kind of drives me crazy. When you're singing and you're playing guitar and you're writing the songs and you're doing all this stuff, the least you can do is expect people to show up to practice and do the things that they need to do. These things weren't happening at that point. So I got really frustrated, and then that's when I decided to leave Nudge. I think it's just another step in the evolution of being a musician. Once Nudge was over, it was heartbreaking for me to leave. God's honest truth. I mean, Shane and I started the band, and you think I wanted to leave Shane? I mean, it's the last thing I wanted to do. But the band had run its course, and somebody had to be that person to step in and be like, okay, this is no longer feasible.
Pete continues to carry on his passion for music to this day under the name Static Red on all music platforms. This has been Caden Vogel signing off for KOMU.